Okay, here is the customer's King of the Lake little lesson thing. Okay, so we're in the key bay. So what we want to do there is more like an A power chord. So we got our open A string, and then I'm just spreading the D string, second fret, and then the G string, second fret. So like that. So I'm just strum lie down, get that beepy sound. And then if you want to, what you can do is you can do a palm mute. So that's just resting your palm here on the back of the strings. So that adds some beat to it. So the other thing, then it goes to an F sharp power chord. So the way I'm doing that is just the regular 6, 5, 4, E string, A string, D string on the second fret. And then, so what it does there for the intro is pretty much like so it repeats that like 4 times. So what I'm doing there is I'm going. So this is kind of the way I was hearing it. So it's like down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Something like along those lines. And then for the first parts, the verses, verse 1 and 2, is it goes to this A here. To F sharp, up a half step to the G, and then it goes from this, it goes from a G so it goes from a G chord, so regular G major, and then so got middle finger on the low E, and then the B string and first string, oh sorry, third fret, and then your 5th string, second fret. So but the way I would play that is I would just play the G power chord, or if you want to add the 3rd string to make it more major, and then for the E you can just play an E5 power chord. And then for the B here, what I'm doing here, you could actually just do, instead of doing the bar chord, instead of doing that, because bar chords are a pain, you could just do bar strings 4, 3, 2 like our A major shape, and then move it up from 4th fret to 2nd fret, or 4th fret to 5th fret. So it'd be like or else you can do then back to this whole thing. Okay, so for loser friendly, pretty cool chords. Your regular A, 5 power chord, your C, B5 power chord, and then there is a G in there, but we'll get there. So otherwise than that, so the beginning it just goes, just kind of chugs on that whole A chord, power chord. I'm using all downstrokes. And then what you do after that, then you hit this C, and then it keeps repeating. And then when it gets to that whole loser friendly part, it kind of goes from an A, or kind of like an E, but it's just very briefly in there. So I would just play the E, and then going to your B. So what it's doing is it's, instead of going C to B, we're going and then going up to the C, then up to the G power chord. So and then what we do after that, and back. Oh, I'm sorry. So I messed up that little bit there, but when it goes back into that chorus, that's what it is. So I'm kind of like doing a, kind of adding some like little space. Then just kind of holding on the G. And then you can go. Posterville, what we do here is we got the chords B, C sharp, D sharp. So it goes, it's a regular B power chord, 5th string rut, then you slide up a whole step, then you do down up, and then go up another whole step, and hold on that. So it's like this. But then you can also add like a little bit of a chunk to it. And then after all that, you can also play it this way. You can go your B power chord here at the 7th fret, 6th string root, and then slide up to the 9th fret, which is your C sharp, and then you got your D sharp here, 5th string root, 6th fret. So then after it goes that, it does that whole chorus bridge part where it goes from C and then it goes to A sharp, which is the 6th string root, 6th fret. Then now it goes to the 5th fret D shape, and then go up a half step, which would be your D sharp. So it goes. that way. And then also, the way you could also play this is you got your C here, just right here, 8th fret, and then your A sharp would be way up there, but don't do that. So what I figured the best way to do that would just play your 5th string rep. This is still within the vicinity. And then you're back to your hole. And then it goes back into that hole. And then okay, Tool on Me. Last tune. So what it does here is it kind of holds on this B major. So we got this A major shape. Just slide that whole thing up a whole step to the 4th step, 4th fret. So what I'm doing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It just repeats that like 4 times, and then it goes into like the verses and stuff like that. Just pretty much chugs on an E. Then back to an A, you know, so EA. So you know, and so on. And then there's a point where it just repeats this. You can just do it down. You can do it that way, and then it just kind of goes back in this.